Hey folks, Foggy here. Welcome to my year of solo board gaming, considered by many to be ill-advised and stupid. I am sort of recording this for an unspecific day. I'm going to try to get some. Uh, I think I'm going to try to just have these two scenarios banked, so that because I don't know how many of the shorter ones are going to do, but I want to get this recorded now while I've still got a lot of the game set up, and then I don't know. I might even just do this as the next day's thing. Anyway, we are about to start Crypt of the Damned, and currently we have now a level 3 Scoundrel and a level 2 Craighart, which means the experience, the level of difficulty has gone up. All of our opponents will be level 2, based on the formula for the game. That's good. Just knock everything out of the way. Which means that traps will now do 4 damage, gold is worth 3, XP is 8. Basically we've jumped up quite a bit in terms of our rewards. We're not doing anything sort of crazy like death level, which would be level 5 monsters. So that's just crazy talk. But we are set up with scenario 4, Crypt of the Damned. For those of you who remember from the first 2 scenarios, this is the other one that we unlocked in addition to Inox. And I think I can still do it. Yeah, there's no requirements on this. We just simply have to kill all our enemies. Because we had to level up the Scoundrel, we did have to go back to Gloomhaven. We have donated to the Sanctuary of the Oak, so each of these characters have 2 blesses in their deck. And we're going to go ahead and do a city event. You hear screams from the south as you approach the docks. You see a group of women running towards you in a panic. An invasion, they yell, as they race by you, nearly knocking you over. You hurry to the docks and find crowds of workers on edge, armed with makeshift weapons encircling one particular pier. Standing at the far end of the wooden planks is a group of lurkers, terrifying crab-like monsters as big as Inox and equally ferocious, because these lurkers don't appear to be hostile. They are simply standing on the deck, clacking their claws in a strange rhythm. Option A is raise arms, fight the lurkers, or option B, approach the lurkers cautiously and attempt to communicate with them. Now, I feel like if I attempt to communicate with them, I have to have a character that is capable of that, and I'm not sure either the Craighart or Scoundrel are. I feel like that is more of a Mind Thief thing, but we're going to give this attempt to communicate a try. All right, so probably should have gone the first route. The crowd parts as you move towards the dock with both confidence and care. The lurkers notice your approach and continue to clack in your direction. You call out to them and ask why they're here, but all you get in response is a change in the tempo of their clacking. When you express confusion, they clack again in frustration and scuttle back into the ocean. The crowd is very impressed that you managed to ward off the creatures without using force. So this is now going to go bye-bye. That is city event number 14. But we do gain 2 reputation, which is not really what I wanted. But our reputation is now 10. We're halfway to maximum max there. And we actually get a benefit to sales as a result. But this is into the bin with you. All right, so now we're going to head out to the road, and we encounter a road event. Stumbling through the woods, you are alarmed to hear the sudden sounds of a large animal rummaging through the underbrush. You crouch down, gauging the grunts and growls. Through the trees, you see a large bear approaching your location. It does not notice you yet, but you imagine it will soon. So you can either take the opportunity to run from the bear before it gets any closer, or attack the bear, hopefully catching it by surprise. How much you want to bet if we attack the bear, we start with wound? Because I feel like attacking a bear is just a great way to just really get messed up. And the problem there is that then you have to start off with a healing action, and all it's going to do is get rid of the wound, because you can't have that wound going the entire game. And I'm not sure what the benefit of attacking it would be. It's not like you're going to get gold from it. It's not carrying anything. We could take the opportunity to run from the bear before it gets any closer. Scoundrel and a Craighart. My guess is I would probably either lose check marks or have to discard some cards, and I'd rather do that than the wound. So we're going to go with option A here. Nailed that one. You bolt from hiding as fast as you can. Luckily, the bear was still a ways off, and it gets bored with the chase before it can catch you. Still, you keep running and running until you can't catch your breath. Lose 1 check mark each. So, and believe it or not, this is not a one-time only card, so every time that you come across that card, you have to be careful. But we are each going to lose 1 check mark. Yay! So that means the Craighheart is down to 1 check mark. The Scoundrel is down to 2. And I think the other thing I forgot to do is I do get one more. Alright, so I screwed up here. I'm going to have to reshuffle the deck. The Scoundrel gets an extra perk, and I forgot to take account of that. And usually early on, what I like to do is I just like to get the negative ones out of my deck. You know, I feel like that's a good way to go. I'm actually kind of glad I did, given that the blesses were at the bottom of the deck. It's a lousy place for them. All right, we're going to put these back here. And give this another shuffle. All right, let's take a look at our battle goals and what we might possibly achieve. So Opener or Hunter. So Hunter is kill 1 or more elite monsters during the scenario. Opener is be the first to kill a monster during the scenario. I'm going to go with Hunter. I feel like that's a better possibility. And Professional, use your equipment, your equipped items a number of times equal to or greater than your level plus 2 during the scenario. So I have to use my items 4 times. Which, with the Helm of the Mountain, is kind of a difficult one. But essentially, anytime I get attacked, if Leaf isn't strong, it's going to be, I think, count as a use. Zealot, have 3 or fewer total cards in your hand and discards at the end of the scenario. I'm going with Professional. I think Professional is usually kind of difficult, but I think in this case, I think we'll be able to do it. All right, let's get this. Let's get this game on the road. All right, so we start off. We're in this thing. We've got 2 skeletons and an archer here. My first move with the Scoundrel is pretty much just pull. I'm going to pull the archer into that trap, and then I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a move to attack 2. So going on 12. The Craighheart, on the other hand, I think has an attack that is perfect for this. Unfortunately, not really set up for it. I think I'm going to go with 87, which is a attack 3, range 3. Then all targets take damage. And I kind of want to get. I don't want to do that yet. That's kind of stupid. I think I'm going to do Rumbling Advance, because Rumbling Advance will also get some Leaf out, which is kind of redundant, but I kind of want to do that. All right. Plus, I think I'm going to use the Brutes of Striding now just to get 1 use out of the way. All right. So with that having been said, let's go ahead and get started here. I'm at 12 and 29. The Living Bones will be at 64, and the Archer will be at 29. So the Archer will go after we go. So first things first, I'm going to pull the Archer 2 into this trap. Oh. And that is going to do a whopping 4 damage on the Archer. And he only has 6 to begin with. So that is a lot of damage for that Archer to take. I'm then going to move 2 and attack 2. 0. That is enough. That kills the Archer. Which is great, because I really didn't want to have to immobilize. All right, we'll put that right there, and we'll put a coin right here. Next up, the Craighheart is going to use Boots of Striding right away, which seems kind of crazy. But 1, 2, 3, 4. And these 2 both take 1 damage. They are number 2 and 8. Probably should have just chosen adjacent numbers. The Living Bones on this one has 5, this one has 7, for the record. And we've generated Leaf. In addition, I should have done the attack first. Oh well, I'm stupid. We're gonna MacGuffin here for a moment. We'll start here. We'll do the attack first. +1. Okay, then we'll do the move. So the attack is going to be on this one. That is going to be a total of 3 damage, because it has a shield of 1 anyway. So that is going to be 3 damage, which is a good amount, not quite enough to kill it. But it's close. It's only got 1 HP left. There we go. The Living Bones get to go. Both of them will attack the Craighart. There's no way for either of them to get into a better position, so they'll both attack just the Craighart. The Elite goes first, doing +1 damage, so they'll do 4 damage total. -1, so that's 3. We'll just take the damage. And then the other one will do 3 damage, +0, so that's also 3. So down to half his health. Not a good way to start for the Craighart. That's okay. All right, so the Craighart. Oh, and we should always remember at the end of the round, move that down. All right, this is kind of early to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and use this Avalanche. And then heal myself too. And then the Scoundrel's like, are you sure? I'm pretty good at this stuff. I could probably help out. In fact, the Craighart is going to use flanking, or the Scoundrel's going to use flanking strike. And then I think just a relatively low move. I think I'm going to do 60 Venom Shiv. Mostly because that's going to get me pretty close to where I want to be. All right. So, let's see. I'm going on 4. He's going on 38. And the Bones are going on 81. And just so that we don't forget later, because we are going to have more archers coming in, we're going to shuffle this. All right. So, by the way, had I gone with the opener, I would have gotten that checkpoint already. So, yay. Let's go ahead and move here so we get the gold. And we're going to attack 3, but we get +2 because they're adjacent to one of our allies. So we're attacking for 5. All right, so that's 0. So we hit for 4. So we'll just replace this with 5. Not quite enough to kill it. It's still got 2 HP left, which is unfortunate. But we do gain 1 XP. Part of the problem is that it will now target us on this next one, unless the Avalanche is successful. So I'm going to do the Avalanche first, since that's going to use Leaf and be an attack 5. We'll start with the Elite. ×2, that's one of our blesses out of the deck already. But that is enough to kill the Elite. Leaving a coin behind. And then, +1. That'll be enough to kill the other guy. Very much an overkill, I think, on my part. They're gone too. And then I'll heal myself for 2. All right, and now we're on to round 3. So that was interesting. Let's go ahead and start getting out into the next room. So I think I'm going to just simply try to get out there as quick as I can. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think I want to go with move 5 here. The wound will be nice once we get closer to the last room, but right now I feel like it's just kind of there. And then I think I want to do an attack 2. Problem is a lot of these top ones are burns. I think I'm going to go with 23 here. And basically this is a move 5, attack 2. The Craighheart is like, well, loot. So he's going to loot. And then, no, I think looting is a bad idea. I think move 3 just so he can get into the fray here. Did I remember to burn that card? I did not burn the card. I was supposed to burn the card and gain 2 XP. That's important. I think I'm going to go with attack 3, mobilize, generate leaf. So I'm going on 35. All right, so let's do this. The scoundrel goes first. He's going on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Which is going to be a problem now that I'm realizing I'm not quite far enough out to really make any of this work. And I think that that's not where I can be. So let's first of all, I've still got one more movement here. Let's get the room set up. All right. So we are going to have a cultist smack dab here in the middle. We're going to have another archer, sort of like right here. We have another cultist and another archer. I think that's it. One of the things that's kind of hard to remember is that because I'm also playing in a group of 4, on a lot of these scenarios, not to set up for 4 when I'm doing this with just 2 characters and make it a tad bit difficult. So the cultists are going to go on 27. And the archers are going to go on 68. So, one thing I could do with the scoundrel is actually step back in, because then the archers wouldn't have line of sight. And my thinking there is then the cultist has to move and set the Craighheart up for an attack on the cultist. But I also feel like that just might be waiting a little too long. But the bigger problem is that I'm not moving far enough. You know what? I've got another way to do this. So let's. I have another way to do this that's not great, but it's still going to, I think, be a little bit more helpful. All right. So the scoundrel is going to. Do the archers move? The archers do not move. So if I stay in there, the archers don't attack at all. If I stay out here, the archers do attack. They're attacking for 2 each. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so I'm attacking for 2. I'm going to go ahead and use my poison dagger. +1. So that's going to be 3 damage plus poison on cultist number 1. Out of 7 total. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and use my stamina potion now. And what I'm going to do is pull... Yeah, I'm going to keep 11 and 12. Everything else can go here. And I'm also going to go ahead and activate leather armor. I may as well at this point. So the cultist is next. The cultist here does not have to move. So that cultist will just simply attack for 1 point of damage. So it does 1 point. The other cultists will now move. They move 2 points, or 2 squares, but are not close enough to actually do any damage. The Craighheart now gets to go, and unfortunately is just not in a good situation to do anything really that helpful. If I had not used the boots earlier, I might be, but we're going to get out here and with just a move 2, because now what I want to do is I want to attack. No, the whole point was to get the leaf going. It's just a bad situation. These are the wrong cards for this scenario. Because really what I'd like to do is be able to attack here with the dirt bomb, and the dirt tornado only has a range of 2. So I'll muddle the... I can hit him, but I can't hit anywhere else. And it's just bad. Let's go move 3. Generate leaf. And just chalk that up to bad movement. Both archers are going to attack the scoundrel. We'll start with number 1. The total damage that they're doing is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. That's going to knock the... Oh, no, wait. He has a leather armor. So, good lord. All right. That's lovely. So then the next one's going to attack for 3. Minus 2. So that's 1 damage. The scoundrel's going to take that. All right. So not a good round for our folks, but now we go on to the next round. Let's move the leaf down. Scoundrel's like upset, like livid. And is going to use invisible. And I think just attack 2. Yeah, I think just attack 2. But going on 11. Craighart's going to do a move 4. And go ahead and burn a unstable upheaval, and we'll use minor power potion for it, but it's going on 13. The archer had to shuffle, and the cultist did not, but the archers are going on 32. The cultists are going on 63. Let's hope we can kill these cultists. First up, the scoundrel goes first. The scoundrel is going to attack 4, or attack 2. Just that's it. I mean, we're not going to worry about anything else. Does have poison, so it's going to be more like an attack 3. And plus 1, that'll do it. That cultist is dead. So that's good. That's 1 cultist out of the way. Let's get a coin. Craighart is up next. Moves 4. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as I need to go. And then we'll use minor power potion to attack for 4. The leaf we use up, it gets us the extra point. So this will be, I'm going to go ahead and do the XP now. But now I target all adjacent enemies. We'll start with the archer on the left there. We're attacking for 4. 3 points of damage. That's on number 1, and that is enough to kill him. Maybe on top of the thing that I'm drawing everything out of is not the best place to put the manual. There we go. Next, the cultist. The cultist I'm doing 4 points of damage on. Plus 0, so that's 4. So unfortunately not enough to kill him, and it won't be enough to actually kill him even once he's summoned the bones, which is unfortunate. And then finally this archer over here. It's cancel. Yeah, there we go. That's lovely. Okay, so a big move, completely negated by bad luck and bad strategy. And that goes into my burn. All right. Up next, we have the archer going. The archer is going to move back 1 so that they can get a better shot. and then attack for 1. That's going to be for 3 points of damage. Make it 2. Craig hurts down to 6. And then the cultist is not going to attack. They're going to summon a bones, which is irritating. And then take 2 more points of damage. So they're 1 away from death. This has to get shuffled. This has to get shuffled. The scoundrel is thinking about long resting since he's got invisible. Kind of leaving the Craighard out on their own. But I do still have another invisible that I could do. I also have a pull 2, which might help. Problem is, all of these attacks are just kind of useless. I'm gonna do a long rest for the scoundrel since they're invisible. That means that I kind of need to figure out what I'm doing here. I think what I'm doing is I'm going with attack 3, range 3 to try to hit that archer. And then also retaliate. Get that going. So I'm going on 46, which means that I might not be going first. Probably not going first. Yeah, the living bones are going on 20. The cultist is going on 63. And the archer is going on 29. And will actually immobilize. That's okay. I wasn't planning on moving. All right, so first up is actually going to be the living bones, which will move to -2, so technically 0. Or technically 1. And then attack 0, so their attack is 2 normally. Cancelled. Okay, that's good. Then we're going to the archer, who can just hit from there. And attack -1, so their attack is 1. Make it 2. But I'm now immobilized for my next attack. I'm going on 46, so what I'm doing is I'm going to give myself retaliate so that I can start to get some additional damage there. But I'm also going to go ahead and do an attack 2 on the cultist and try to see if I can't take him out before he activates. So I'm going to draw a card here, and hopefully that will be enough. -1. It is enough. He needed 1 point of damage. That's it for him. So they're going to go there. That's going to generate a coin. And that's for the best. So this will get shuffled back in. In fact, they'll all get shuffled back in. That's really helpful. And that was just used that way. And I've got 1 card left, so I can either short rest on this turn, or I can, and I think I'm going to long rest. I think I'm going to long rest on this turn. Despite the fact that I've got 2 enemies right there, because I think the scoundrel at this point can step up and help out. Living bones. And because my turn is now passed, I can get rid of this. Love it when I have to shuffle everything. Now, the scoundrel is now resting, so they're going to get 2. It's a long rest, so I'm going to get 2 HP back. I'm also going to have to choose a card to burn. I think I'm going to burn 64, which is probably not a best. It's not a great choice. I mean, it's not a lot of good choices at all. These become active again. And starting on the next turn. Now, the Craighard is going to do a long rest, despite where they are. I'm going to go ahead and try to go as quick as I can. And then I'm going to use attack 4 on the bones because that'll also give me wound and 1 experience point because right now they're adjacent to an ally. So I'm going on 6. The archer is going on 44. The bones is going on 74. All right, so, and I'm going to hope to kill this archer because that's deadly. So move 6, we move there. We're going to get another loot. I'm going to attack 4 on the bones. 0. So it's 3 points of damage on the bones. This is a bummer. Oh, and I wanted to use my poison dagger, which is not going to make a difference. I don't know why I'm worried about that. In fact, let's hold on to that poison dagger, and instead, let's use the leather armor. So, let's see. So that's 4 points of damage. Or no, 3 points of damage. On number 8. But they also have wound. So they'll die in 2 turns. And unfortunately, I still have to deal with their attacks. Alright, that's unfortunate. I do get 1 XP out of that. Let's move on. So the Craighheart is not going to go for a while. The bones, the archer's going to go next. The archer's got a move of -1, so they will move 1 space back. Again, so that they can hit the scoundrel at regular. And do 2 damage. +1 is 3. Times 2 is 6, so I'm going to have to burn a card. The worst card for me to burn. They're all really bad cards to burn, but the living bone. Oh no, wait, that's right. I had leather armor on. Ha! I had leather armor active, so you had to choose 2 cards. Yay! So that canceled. That actually canceled instead. All right, now the living bones is going to get 2 attacks. They're going to attack for 2 each. So 1 attack is 2. The other attack is 2. That's going to bring me down to 1 point of damage, which is not good. Craighheart is going to rest. They get their boots back. I think I'm going to burn Dirt Tornado. I feel like it's not going to come in handy for the remainder of the scenario. All right. So that's me, and that's the end of the round. Nobody else has to shuffle. This has to shuffle because we got both the 2x modifier and the curse and the cancel. That was awesome. Now, one thing that does worry me is that we do have to get clear of both rooms. And every time I've played this in the past, it's always been really helpful to have one half of the team go towards the room down near the bottom, and the other half to go near the top. So, yay. All right, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go with 04. That's an attack. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to scoot down to the other end of the room. I'm going to have Craigheart's going to go on attack from range 3 and hopefully take out that archer. And honestly, this might seem kind of, well, I think I'll be able to take out, oh, and I forgot the bones actually took 1 more point of damage there. So I think I'm going to be able to take out the bones this round. The bones is going to die anyway. So let's skip that for a moment. Let's not worry about the bones. The archer is got 6 HP and is not damaged yet, so I need to do something to damage them. think I'm going to go with immobilize. And move 2. Okay. So yeah, I'm going on 29. My scoundrel's going on 4. The archer is going on 68, which is good. The living bones is going on 81, and doesn't matter because they're just going to die. So first the scoundrel's going to go, and the scoundrel's actually going to move up here. And then my attack is not going to make a difference in terms of being next to an ally because I'm not next to an ally. So I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to use Venom Shiv's attack since both the bottoms were move 5s. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to attack 3 poison. 0, so that's going to be 3 damage. Let's start to use some of these as well. Number 2, but more importantly poison, so it'll make it easier for our Craighart to kill them. Then we're going to go with, and that's 1 XP for our good friend the scoundrel. Next, I'm going to do a move 2 here. All adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. So, and we're going to generate leaf. This kills the bones. We don't put a coin there because it's a summons. And does 1 more damage to the cultists. So they're at 4. One of the things that I think was hard to explain to the rest of the group that I'm playing with was the idea that poison doesn't simply add on 1 extra damage. What it is it makes your attack 1 stronger. So if you're attacking with 2 normally, poison means you're going to attack with 3. Let's attack 3 immobilize, which the immobilize is not going to matter. -1, it doesn't matter. That archer is dead. And they're going to get a coin. Craighart's like, well, that was unexpected. Scoundrel's like, yep. All right, so going to the next round. What I want to do is I want to get in there and be invisible. I think what I have to do is I think I have to do a short rest here. But that seems kind of stupid. I feel like I'm on such low health that it's not a good idea for me to mess around. So I think I'm going to go invisible. And I think I'm just going to play along this 85. Yeah, I'm going... What is the best thing that I can do here? I think my best thing is to long rest. Yeah, I'm going to play 85, and I'm going to play this just as a card. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. It's kind of a garbage pair of hands, but basically I'm just going on invisible on this next turn. The Craighart, meanwhile, is going to move 4. And I think... I still have Leaf in here, so I think what I'm going to do is attack to immobilize. So that I can get the extra XP and for reasons. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. It's probably not a good idea I have a different attack? Yeah, actually, I'm going to do Crater. I'm going to do Crater because that is push 2, and I think push 2 is probably going to be more helpful. All right, so I'm going on 28. The Scoundrel's going on. Scoundrel's going to go on 85 just to see what happens. And there's no monsters here, so we're just going to pull. We're just going to have everyone get started here. So he's going 1, 2, and can use his boots to go even further. But let's get this room set up. We're going to start here with a whole bunch of coins. The treasure, the good treasure. Let's go ahead and get some stone pillars set up. These are, of course, our obstacles. Then we're going to get some wind demons going here. We have one there. One up here. And we're going to have a cultist. And the cultist is right here. We've also got 2 more damage traps. Here and here. And of course the damage traps do not affect the wind demons because they are flying. The wind demons are going to have a total of 4 points and a shield of 2. So that's going to make them a little tricky. Let's go ahead and clear this out though, because that is already done. I don't want to get that mixed up. All right, so I've still got some additional move left. Now the thing is, I want to push 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to activate the boots and get down to here. I'm going to then attack 3, range 3, 2x damage. That's 6 damage. Is that enough to kill a cultist? That is not enough to kill a cultist. But what is enough to kill a cultist is when I use Leaf to push them into this trap. And that is enough to kill the cultist. I forgot to even draw the cultist card, just so that we see what it would have been. Yeah, would have been heal oneself. That would not have been good. That puts a coin there. I get 1 XP, and we go here. Now, part of the problem is that I'm set up for melee retaliate, and the wind demons are ranged, so not smart on my part by any stretch. So the wind demons also, we have to pull their card, so we know when they're going. 21. They're going to pull. That's fun. Let's see. So the one that goes first is this one. It's move 0, attack 0, and pull 1. Their range is 3, so he doesn't have to move at all. He is going to attack first, and they're doing 2 points of damage. -1, so 1 point of damage. Not the worst thing in the world. And then that will generate cloud. This one has a range of 3. That's not quite close enough, but their movement is 4, so they're just going to move 1 more down this way. And then they're going to try to do damage of 1 or 2, and that's what they do. So he's going to take that. He's down to 1 point of damage. It's not good. All right, so me. So what I could do at this point is not much. I could move in there. But I think for now, I'm just going invisible so I can long rest on this next turn and hope that the Craigheart can hold up against these guys, which is not going to be easy. I'm going to, I think, short rest the Craigheart. Is there, what am I specifically trying to get if I short rest? Basically, I need to get some cards. So yeah, we're going to short rest here. pretty much... Oh, that's the one I wanted. And I can't do anything about it. Because I'm at 1 point of damage. It's going to get shuffled. And then the wind. Forgot to do the pull. So the Craighheart is going to have to move kind of quick, and I don't think I have 13 left, so I'm going to have to do 29 no matter what. I think I'm going to do move 2, though, because that's going to generate leaf. And I think I'm just going to try to hit as hard as I can. But yeah, this is not looking good because I really do not know how I'm going to avoid taking damage. I'm probably going to have to burn some cards, and the Craigheart's probably not making it out of this room. All right, so Wind Demons are the only ones here, so they're going to go on 9, so they do go first. Attack -1, heal oneself, and if there's Cloud, invisible. Awesome. So this one goes first. They're not moving, so technically they are they're just going to draw at disadvantage. So disadvantage is 0. So their attack is for 1 point of damage, which sucks because I don't want to burn a card for 1 point of damage. But that is exactly what I'm doing. Then this one is going to go invisible, using up the Cloud. But I do 2 points of damage to it, retaliatory damage. This attacks as well, is not at disadvantage, does 2 points, and I'm going to have to burn another card. Yeah, this is not good because I'm quickly running out of cards. There's nothing for them to burn, and they can't heal, so that's it. So now I'm going with move 2, generate leaf, attack 3, immobilize. +1, that's 4. So that is 2 points of damage on number 4. And they are immobilized. All right. The move 2 also made sure that they suffered 1 point of damage when I moved. And that's that. I got 2 cards left. Short rest for the Scoundrel. I think I'm going to burn number 9. No, I'm not going to burn number 9. I want that for the next move. I think I'm burning 60. So part of the problem is here is no matter what, I still have to get back down to the other end of the of this. All right, so next up, Craig. Let's see. I'm going to do this attack that allows me to do twice the value of the shield, and since that one's immobilized over there, I think what I'm going to do is target that one. So I'm going on 6. Craigheart. I think heal 2 and just last 2 cards, 38. I'm just going to do whatever. And the Wind Demons are going on 37, so they are going to go slightly before me, which sucks. Yeah, this is not good. All right, so move 6. Oh, and this goes down to waning. Yeah, Because part of the problem is I can't move and then also be the target. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it's an attack 2, but plus 4. So it's 6 attack. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That blows. And that's not the one I could have attacked anyway because they were invisible. So I guess I'm attacking this one. Yeah, which I think is for the better because I think that just simply means, well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. That's the one I should have attacked. And by positioning myself over there, it means that the Craigheart's going to be safe, I think, on this round, at least for a little bit. No, it's not going to be safe. That really hurt. That really hurt. So, okay, yeah, if I'd ended up here, I would have A, looted, and B, been in a position where it would have attacked both the Craigheart and me, and I do actually want that, as bad as that sounds. So now the 2 Wind Demons are going to attack. They're going to attack me over there, and they're going to basically attack both of us, I think. So -2, so that's 0 damage to the Craigheart, 1 damage to me, and I'm going to have to take that as damage. I mean, this is just getting bad. Then this one will go, and on the Craigheart, because they're right next to it and can't move, they will be at disadvantage, -1. So 1 point on the Craigheart, which is going to have to be the 2 cards here. Pretty much no matter what, any damage was going to do it. And then 2 retaliatory damage, that kills the Wind Demon. Gets him 1 more XP. All right. I think this is going to sound crazy, but I think I'm going to destroy this obstacle for 1 and then heal the Scoundrel for 2. And then that will do it. Craigheart is exhausted. All right, next turn. And I've got 5 cards to work with. And no way to wound the Wind Demon. So I'm going to go for 11 and hope that I get to go quick. I have to shuffle this up. This really went south fast, and I really do think one of my mistakes was not opening that bottom chamber, because I just don't see how I get down there in time to then also defeat the monster that's in there, because that's going to be a pretty nasty 18-point monster. But I'll try to go for whatever I can here. The Wind Demon is going on. Let's hope it's a late one. It's 2. Shield 1, move -1, attack 1. Any element gets turned to 0. This is pretty much, I think, going to do it. Cancel. Okay, that's good. But they have a shield of 3 now. So I'm pulling 2. And then I'm going to attack for 4. And 0 out. It's 0 damage. 0 effing damage on the goddamn wind monster. Because why not? All of these should be coming off. I might as well just go for the last 2, which is these here. Going on 4. They're going on 43. So I'm going to attack for 3. It's only got a shield of 2 now. 0. That's 1 point of damage. And then I'm going invisible. And then I'm long resting. And because I'm invisible, it can't do anything. So there we go. So now long rest. Again, it's not going to do anything. There's no point. I mean, I'll draw off 1 just in case. It is going to generate some wind. I get to get that back. I'm back to 5. And then I'm going to have to get rid of one of these. And I think it's probably going to be that one. And then I think I'm going on 4. This is going to shuffle. I still need to do just 1 damage to it. I mean, really what I should be doing is just looting at this point, because I'm going to lose this scenario pretty easily. Okay, it's going on 43. So let's try it. Let's at least attack. There's my bless. That is enough to kill the wind demon. Say goodbye. Now, I could then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's as far as I get. Then put those back. I'm then going to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already know what's in here. And then I've got 3 cards left to attack. Think of 4. I just don't see how I do it. A little bit of this is already knowledge of what's in the game. I know that I'm facing off against an elite Earth Demon down here. And there's just no way for me to beat an 18, something with a health of 18. That's just not going to happen. Not with 4 cards remaining. So I think what I do, since I've already done the wound, let's go ahead and get this treasure. Get that. It is treasure number 38. We'll go ahead and cross it off here. Might help if I were looking at the right thing. So 38. Ring of Skulls design. 123. So we'll look it up later. All right, so then these go away. Now, technically, there's still a monster out there, as we haven't completed the scenario, so I am just going to go ahead. I don't have any loot cards left, so 1 more to move here to get this one. These all go back here. We shuffle. No longer matters what I'm going for here. So 3 cards. I just do 2 here. I'll go here, pick these 2 up. I have to get rid of one of them. And I've still got to move 5 left. So I can pick up 1 more here. And that is the end of the scenario. We failed. We did not succeed. But I looted as much as I possibly could have. That was probably the most looting I've ever done in this game. And I'm not sure where the failure was. I really don't. I think the failure, I mean, part of the failure was drawing that complete garbage card. I think I also did not, I should have taken better care of my health. I think that was the biggest problem, is that I did not stop to heal at any point. And that was a mistake. I really should have been healing along the way. because once I got down to 1 hit point, I had to start burning cards. And, you know, if early on, if you start burning cards, you're going to die pretty quickly. You know, especially the earlier on you are, you know, it basically robs you of a large number of turns. You think of, you know, you think of like this deck of 11 cards that I've got here. That deck of 11 cards is the equivalent of 5 turns. And then once I burn one, I'll have 10 cards left. So that's 5 more turns. I burn another one, that's 4 turns, then 4 turns, then 3 turns, then 3 turns, then 2 turns, and 2 turns. But if you are, say, for example, you're at 9, let's say you're at 9 cards, and then you have to burn one, suddenly you're at 8, and then you burn another one at your rest point, now you're down to 3 turns. So you've already lost a turn there. And if you have to burn a couple, you're jumping down a huge amount, because not only are you just now going from 4 to 2, you're skipping that 3 and 3, and suddenly you've lost 6 turns. So that was a big part of it right there, is not taking not taking care of myself, not taking care of my health, which is probably a good metaphor for life. Folks, I will see you tomorrow. I will do this again off screen so that I can get through the scenario, and then I'll let you know how it goes.